The metal hull of the spaceship Odyssey Ascend gleamed under the canvas of the galaxy, its thrusters humming smoothly against the star-studded abyss of space. Captain Elara Voss sat comfortably in the command chair on the bridge, her keen eyes scanning the myriad of displays as the crew settled into their stations. This mission, above all others, signified humanity's leap into the unknown realms of cosmic energy potential. "Hold course steady to Anomaly Sector X-21, Elara commanded, her voice steady as the universe outside. From the navigational console, Lieutenant Kai Sunderland moved swiftly. "Aye, Captain. Engaging thrusters and aligning our trajectory now." The Odyssey Ascend was a marvel of engineering, representing human ingenuity and ambition as it ventured where no human had dared before. Their target was the newly discovered dark matter anomaly, regions where space bent with mysterious gravitation forces, promising the energy humanity had longed for throughout the ages. Down in the research bay, Dr. Mei Lin, the leading scientist in quantum physics, worked tirelessly with her team. The air was tense with anticipation. "These fluctuations," Dr. Lin muttered, staring at the holographic simulations. Her assistant, Ravi, peeked over her shoulder, their pulsating in sync with a frequency that doesn't exist in any model we know. May nodded, eyebrows knitted together. "Exactly. It's like they're trying to communicate. We might be dealing with more than just energy properties." The tension on the ship was palpable. Underneath the excitable curiosity lay an undercurrent of dread. What if these anomalies proved untamable, or worse, hostile? Meanwhile, in the shadows of the spaceship's vast corridors, whispers of doubt spread among the crew. What lay ahead could redefine everything, or destroy it. "Do you think we'll pull it off?" Kai asked May during a brief respite in the common area. May took a deep breath. "The real question is, are we ready to face what we discover?" As the Odyssey Ascend approached its destination, the mystery grew, wrapping the crew in a shroud of uncertainty and purpose. Elara knew they had to uncover this enigma before the anomaly consumed them. Thus began their journey into the heart of the Celestial Nexus, one that would challenge not just their intellect, but their humanity. The Odyssey Ascend glided smoothly into Anomaly Sector X-21, the dark veil of space parting to reveal the twisted beauty of the cosmic swirl before them. From the bridge, an awe-inspiring view captured the crew's attention. "I've never seen anything like it," Kai whispered, his usual calm shifting to awe. The anomaly surged with coiling tendrils of energy that danced like northern lights in the vacuum of space, a spectacle both beautiful and foreboding. In the research lab, the hum of equipment filled the sterile air as Dr. Mei Lin monitored the incoming data, her fingers flying over the console. "This is groundbreaking. We're breaking through layers of quantum fields," she explained, eyes flicking to the graphs unfolding on the screen. Elara, standing with arms crossed, met May's gaze. "Are we ready to deploy the probes? We need confirmation of the energy signatures before we proceed," she ordered, masking her anxiety with a facade of resolve. May nodded, adjusting her headset. "Deploying now." Outside, 3 probes released from the Odyssey Ascend's hull, their sleek forms vanishing into the swirling maw of the anomaly. Alara's hands gripped the armrests of her chair as the ship trembled, subtle vibrations echoing through its massive structure. As the probes voyaged deeper, the crew tensely monitored the feedback. "We're picking up something unusual," Ravi noted, his brows pulling together as he showed May the data stream. The data displayed remnants of complex, seemingly intelligent patterns. May's heart skipped. "These are unmistakably designed. There was intelligent life here," she realized aloud. The revelation ignited a ripple of excitement and fear in equal measure. "What happened to them?" Alara's voice resonated in the silent cabin, her mind racing with possibilities and the weight of their mission. Kai broke the silence, his tone lighter to ease the tension. "Maybe they transcended to become energy beings," he quipped. May's eyes lingered on the screen, not sharing the levity. Yet the mysteries didn't stop unfolding. Internal conflicts began to arise among the crew, each member reacting differently to the implications of their mission, some driven by curiosity and others by fear. Elara knew she had to hold the crew together, to keep them focused. "Prepare for a full analysis when the probes return. The moment they exit, we need to mark and salvage the data," she directed. With each passing moment, the anomaly's power seemed to whisper secrets of the universe, unlocking knowledge and igniting human imagination. As the void stretched on, Elara couldn't shake the feeling they were being drawn deeper, not just into space, but into a much larger tapestry, a celestial nexus that could determine the fate of all. The moment hung heavy aboard the Odyssey Ascend as the retrieved probes returned, cradling secrets of the universe within their metal exteriors. The space outside now eerily calm. The anomaly's tendrils had receded like a retreating tide, leaving behind an unsettling tranquility. In the ship's heart, the command center buzzed. "Probe recovery complete," Kai reported, his fingers dancing across the console, securing the precious data. Elara stood nearby, her eyes fixed on the display. "Let's see what answers we've got." The digital screens flickered alive with a cascade of diagrams, inputs, and anomalies unlike any they had seen before, an audiovisual symphony of encoded mysteries. Dr. Mei Lin's fascination knew no bounds as she decoded the cryptic messages. This ancient civilization encoded their knowledge within these fields. "It's beautiful," she marveled, piecing the puzzle of complex waveforms. Ravi lingered over the data, brow furrowing. "You're telling me this entire anomaly might be some kind of archive for an advanced civilization?" he pondered out loud. May nodded. "Precisely. This could be a library, an interstellar vault of insight waiting for anyone able to interpret it." But the data was overwhelming, each revelation layering onto the enigma. There were traces of technology beyond anything humanity had created, hints of energy manipulation and cosmic engineering. Elara, ever the realist, grounded the excited discourse. Decoding it is one thing, but understanding and harnessing it is another. We have to approach this with caution. One wrong move might ripple across the universe in ways we can't comprehend. Just as hope began to swell in their chests, the Odyssey Ascend trembled suddenly, as if gripped by an invisible force. The lights dimmed slightly, systems flashing warnings across all channels. "What's happening?" Elara barked, regaining her composure. Kai's hands flew over the controls. "Some kind of gravitational shift. It's not coming from the anomaly itself. It feels external, moving towards us." A cold realization settled upon the crew. They weren't alone. Something else was responding to their incursion into the anomaly. May turned, offering a quick analysis. "It's as though our presence triggered an alarm. A defense mechanism, perhaps." As the ship stabilized, Elara's resolve strengthened. "Everyone hold together. We have to outsmart whatever we've triggered. Gather our best minds, May. We'll need every ounce of human ingenuity to navigate whatever comes next." United by the gravity of their situation, but brimming with the potential unlocked, Elara knew they weren't simply facing a discovery. They were confronting an intelligence orchestrated through space and time, with stakes tied to humanity's very future. Aboard the Odyssey Ascend, the crew was cast into a heightened state of urgency. External surveillance showed no immediate physical threat, yet the ship remained gripped by the unseen ripple of energy now coursing around them. The dark cosmos, punctuated by its radiant celestial bodies, now loomed with a tangible menace. In the ship's central hub, a tactical meeting commenced. Elara leaned over the digital table where a holographic representation of the anomaly and their ship hung suspended. "We need a way to counteract whatever it is that's altered our systems," she declared, scrutinizing the layout. Dr. Mei Lin nodded. "Our only option is to delve deeper into the anomaly's encoded data. There must be an explanation, a failsafe entwined in this civilization's architecture." "And if we can't find it?" Ravi ventured, a skepticism threading his tone. "Then we create one," May countered confidently. "But we're not at a loss. During the probe recovery, I isolated a sequence that suggests an override protocol, a kind of cosmic key." The crew exchanged hopeful glances. Elara's decision was resolute. "All right, let's uncover this key. Kai, coordinate with engineering. We need full control restored and fast." Meanwhile, down in engineering, the team worked tirelessly. The quiet hum of machinery was punctuated by the occasional spark as Anna, the chief engineer, barked orders. "I want diagnostics running on every system. Secure communication lines. We can't afford any leaks or system failures now, people." Back in the command center, Elara, along with May and her team, dove into the encoded data, racing against an unseen clock. Lines of alien script intertwined with geometries of time, testing their wits and ingenuity. May's hands moved with a blend of instinct and intellect, each turn revealing secrets deeper than the last. In the midst of this high-stakes deciphering, something profound unraveled. Embedded within the encoded chaos was an image, grainy but discernible, a star map different from any known constellations, converging towards a singular, luminous point. "What is this?" Kai queried, eyeing the unfamiliar alignment. May's eyes widened as she realized, it's not just an override, it's a map, leading somewhere specific. A destination, perhaps related to their own path or downfall. It's why these sequences were left behind. It's their lifeline. And possibly ours. Elara inhaled sharply, trying to weave together the implications. Are they guiding us? If we follow this, might lead to salvation or straight into the jaws of another trap? The team's unity strengthened despite the looming uncertainty. They faced a path no creature should walk unprepared. As Elara stood, the empathy for the ancient architects who charted this map of salvation or destruction resonated with her, binding them further into the destiny sculpted by the Celestial Nexus ahead. The Odyssey Ascend altered its course, guided by the encoded star map that seemed both a promise and a warning. The ship sailed through the vastness of space on a trajectory unknown to humanity's historical charts, navigating based on the whispers of a long-lost civilization. With each step into the uncharted spaces, tension rose aboard the ship. Elara paced the bridge, maintaining a leadership role that balanced encouragement with pragmatism. Keep those readings constant, Kai. Any deviation could lead us off course, and we're too far in to afford a misstep now. Below decks, May huddled with her team, ever scrutinizing the alien data streams that flowed like a cosmic river through their systems. It's as if they designed their tech to communicate with us directly, guiding our path, May pondered aloud, tracing her fingers over a projection of the mapped nexus. But why? Ravi challenged, voicing the question that gnawed at them all. Why leave a map unless there was something they wanted us, or needed us, to find? May looked up, eyes meeting his with determined clarity. Maybe they didn't have a choice, or perhaps they foresaw a time we'd need each other. Meanwhile, in engineering, Anna and her crew worked to reinforce the ship's systems against any unforeseen gravitational or electromagnetic anomalies that might occur, as they veered closer to the beacon marked within their celestial chart. Anna's calm, confident voice cut through the din. We'll be ready for anything. She turned to a junior engineer, instructing with precision, check and recheck every output. We're in the depths now, and I won't have this ship faltering. As the journey continued, crew interactions deepened. All aboard the Odyssey Ascend felt a palpable kinship growing, a bond forged through shared adversity and mutual reliance. One quiet evening, Elara and May found themselves alone in the observation deck, the stars streaking past as silent witnesses to their plight. Did you ever think our mission would take this turn? Elara asked, her voice filled with both wonder and doubt. May smiled softly, her eyes reflecting the infinity outside. I imagined we'd find new frontiers, but nothing could have prepared me for this. Yet, isn't this the wonder of exploration? Not knowing what lies ahead, yet compelled onwards by the hope of enlightenment. Their conversation was interrupted by a sudden slight thrum through the ship, barely perceptible yet instantly disconcerting. Emergency lights flickered once, then stabled. Kai's voice chimed over the intercom, tension in his tone. Captain, we're approaching something. Energy readings are spiking again. The map's destination is here, but something feels different, like it's alive. The ship's trajectory had reached its climax, the map's line converging on a brilliant, pulsating node amidst the ever-still cosmos. The crew prepared for what they would encounter, knowing it might alter the fabric of their understanding forever. As the Odyssey Ascend approached the pulsating node, the very fabric of space seemed to warp and shimmer around them. The map's destination was a sphere of radiant energy, dancing with colors unseen by human eyes and vibrating with an otherworldly hum that resonated through the ship. On the bridge, Elara and her crew watched the display with a mix of awe and trepidation. Initiate long-range scans, Elara ordered, her voice resolute despite the mounting tension. We need to know exactly what we're dealing with. Kai complied, his fingers swiftly cycling through the ship's sensor arrays. It's like nothing we've encountered, he reported, eyes wide. The energy readings fluctuate on a scale beyond our theoretical models, Some kind of epicenter or power hub, perhaps. In the research bay, Dr. Mei Lin consulted with her team, her excitement tempered by caution. This could be the source of the anomalies' power, the heart of their entire network, Mei mused, double-checking the data streams. Ravi studied the readouts, his brow furrowed. Or it's a sentry, something that defends as fiercely as it radiates. Anna's voice cut through over the intercom from engineering. Systems are stable, but whatever we're near, it's putting a strain on our power levels. The proximity, it's testing our capacities. Elara made a decision. We need to understand it before we proceed. Prepare a remote drone to enter the energy field. It's too dangerous for the ship until we know more about its properties and intentions. The crew acted swiftly, deploying a specialized drone designed for deep space data collection. It sailed from the Odyssey Ascend, a beacon of human curiosity amidst the pulsating glow. As the drone penetrated the energy field, the Odyssey Ascend's monitors lit up with vivid displays of data. The colorful dance of energy the drone transmitted was beyond imagination. May leaned closer, a whisper of awe in her voice. It's like an archive of worlds. Look at the structure. Each fracture and pulse a potential new reality. Just as there seemed to be comprehension forming, the energy shifted, giving a luminescent pulse, which resonated back to the ship. Pull the drone back, Elara commanded urgently. The crew couldn't discern whether it was a defensive reaction or an attempt at communication. We're losing signal, Kai warned. Within moments, the drone's feed cut out, lost to the vibrancy of the unknown. Despite this setback, a profound understanding settled over the crew. Whatever had drawn them here was more than mere energy or technology. It was a message, an invitation, and a test all entwined. Elara pushed onward, undeterred. We need to decipher more from these readings. We must prepare to enter, but cautiously. Whatever this is, it holds keys beyond just power. It could reforge our understanding of existence. Now unified by purpose and the magnitude of discovery, the Odyssey Ascend's crew braced together, ready to unlock what the pulsating node concealed, a dawn for humanity, perhaps guided by the whispers of the stars. As the drone's final transmission faded into static, the crew of the Odyssey Ascend regrouped, their resolve sharpening. The moment had come to penetrate deeper into the node, to understand fully what this energy source represented. They were poised not only on the cusp of a discovery that might transform their world, but also on the edge of a perilous unknown. Elara addressed the crew with an unwavering gaze. We can't afford to hesitate now. Equip the ship for closer proximity. May, decode as much of that last feed as you can. We need all the intel we can gather. May nodded, diving back into the streams of raw data, collaboratively extending the search for patterns and meanings hidden within. Ravi joined her, both entirely absorbed in the numbers and possibilities. Meanwhile, in engineering, Anna and her team fortified the ship's defenses. If we're going closer, we need to enhance the shields, divert auxiliary power into the main buffer, and prepare to increase thrust if things go sideways. Anna instructed, her voice calm but firm. In the control room, Kai focused on stabilizing the ship's trajectory. Course set, Captain. Ready on your command, he reported sharply, the anticipation palpable in his voice. The Odyssey Ascend edged forward, the vessel entering the outer layers of the glowing, pulsating sphere. The view outside was mesmerizing, a dreamscape of colors and lights that defied terrestrial understanding, harmonizing in a clandestine symphony. Inside the field, the node's effects on the ship were immediate. The Odyssey Ascend's instruments swirled with energy readings that fluctuated wildly, testing the limits of their comprehension. It's like being inside a living nebula, Kai marveled, the display reflecting the wonder in his eyes. May's determination paid off. Hold on, she cried out, cycling through the countless patterns forming on screen. There's a cohesive language here, buried beneath the energy matrix, a kind of organic encryption made of sonic waveforms. Elara's interest piqued. Can we utilize it? Possibly, May affirmed, racing against the thrumming pulse. Sound recognition within the patterns, its messages, frequency locked. If we can align our systems with these frequencies, we might be able to communicate or even equalize our presence against any defensive mechanisms. At this revelation, the ship seemed to adjust, the roiling energy waves slightly calming, as if nodding towards their growing awareness. This moment of coalescing understanding felt like destiny's knot being untied. Yet beneath the growing sense of achievement, serrated edges of doubt nibbled at Elara's mind. What awaited them if they unlocked this cipher? Would it bring prosperity or provoke forces beyond their reckoning? Courage ignited within them. All aboard the ship prepared to bridge the chasm between inquiry and contact. The far fringes of the enigma beckoned them forward within the Celestial Nexus, where one wrong ripple might let loose uncharted repercussions or open paths of breathtaking evolution. With each moment inside the energy sphere, the Odyssey Ascend trembled beneath the pressure of the cosmic waveform, a force both delicate and destructive. The ship was now an instrument navigating a delicate symphony, composed by the rhythm of alien energies. May was relentless in her quest for resonance, her fingers dancing fluidly across the keyboard. I'm interfacing the ship's systems with the energy patterns. If we can sync our frequencies, it'll be like tuning a radio to the right station, if the station were the cosmos itself, she quipped, turning stress into buoyant curiosity. As the ship adjusted its frequency settings, Kai carefully monitored the delicate balance. Feedback looks stable, we're aligning well, but any sudden fluctuations could destabilize us, he warned, the display showing vibrant pulsations now echoing through their monitors with a harmonious cadence. Then, a breakthrough. The ship's communications flickered, static dissolving into a series of low melodic tones, an ethereal language finally breaching the walls between species. Their efforts were rewarded by a response from the node, the hum translating into intelligible signals. "We've done it!" May announced exuberantly, the collective pulse of triumph bounding through the crew. The tones evolved into complex vibrations, articulating thoughts beyond human perception, concepts bound in frequency and light. A message from an intelligence existing across time and space unraveled, beckoning with poignant clarity. Elara listened intently, interpreting the emotions threaded into the tones. "Is it a warning or a welcoming?" she pondered aloud. "I think it's a call, maybe both," May replied, focusing on parsing the data, her voice filled with wonder. "It's ancient, a knowledge meant to be shared across an expanse so vast it never anticipated our arrival." Outside the ship, the node's glow intensified, rippling as if acknowledging their understanding. The ship pulsed in symbiotic rhythm, responding to the ancient call. Immersed in history bent by time's hand, revelations woven from spectral threads began to pour from the node. Fragments of a vanished civilization, stories of ascension, cataclysm, and hope encoded through millennia, as guiding lights for those who might follow. Their ultimate gift, a celestial nexus. Awed silence filled the bridge as the magnitude of existence and connection unfurled before them. The crew sensed humanity's link in an eternal chain, not as isolated explorers, but as part of something immeasurably vast. Yet, within this profound grandeur lay a whispered caution, a glimpse of potential futures, where power unbridled by wisdom courted downfall. And in orbit around this wondrous core, the faintest hint of adversarial forces lingered, a shadow in the radiant expanse. With hearts uplifted, yet minds aware of the responsibilities now bestowed upon them, the crew stood unified. The celestial orchestra had more notes to play, and navigation through its cadences was a journey not yet fully written. The Odyssey Ascend floated gracefully in the heart of brilliance, where the node's light swathed everything in a warm brilliance, integral with wisdom and warning. The story told by the melodic whispers was one of grandeur and loss, a civilization that had once crafted its destiny by threading the stars and celestial forces across which they liberated or bound their knowledge. Elara awoke to the gravity of what embraced them, an opportunity to channel this unparalleled source into a beacon of hope. Humanity had been offered a conduit, not just for limitless energy, but shared evolvement, a lifeline extending between ancient progenitors and new aspirants. On the bridge, the atmosphere pulsed with tension, ripe with decisions about their next move. Kai broke the solemn silence. "We're at the threshold of an alliance that's more than just humanity's cause. This is stewardship," he stated, resonating with the truth of his words. Mai adjusted projection graphs, her face filled with both exhaustion and euphoria. "Our commitment now transcends understanding. We must act as custodians, preserving and disseminating this wealth wisely." Elara acknowledged this with a nod, her leadership grappling with the duality of their discovery, revelation and responsibility. We have a new course of action. Let's prepare for our return journey. An unexpected alert interrupted their resolve. The node's energy shifted, an ebb signaling the imminent arrival of something else. The very fabric of space altered again, as if reflections of this intelligence stretched across boundaries under tension. Thousands of miles through this cosmic wave, shadows emerged, manifestations of the same forces that had previously beckoned response from the node. An oversight, or a necessary challenge set by the architects? They were not just stewards but also guardians, a test long envisioned for the day humanity spanned the stellar seas. Incoming presence detected, Anna called from engineering, bringing urgent awareness to the bridge. Kai raced through system checks, quickly rerouting power and commands. Taking evasive maneuvers. We might need to shield ourselves if this is a hostile arrival, he cautioned. With synthesized teamwork refined through trials and triumphs, the crew worked seamlessly. Together, they summoned their courage, drawing upon the raw potential conveyed by the Celestial Nexus. Hold steady, Elara commanded, balancing resolve with instinct. The threats at their doorstep felt real while the universe hummed, watching. As the darkness crept closer, a truth unbolted, laying bare an astral chase, an ordeal poised to unravel the fabricated balance these ancients had once preserved. Anticipation brimmed, charting not only a path back to humanity, but also towards a dawning confrontation. Elara and her crew, standing against the tipping scale of a galactic legacy, might find cooperation was their only path to peace, where the threads of existence entwined past and future in stark yet radiant clarity. As the shadows descended upon the Odyssey Ascend, the ship stood poised at the very balance point of history, between the grandeur of revelation and the specter of ruin. The node's luminous welcome now pulsed in a rhythm of urgency, imparting strength to those willing to safeguard its secrets. The bridge was a flurry of controlled chaos. Alarms blared softly, an ambient reminder that destiny hinged upon their resolve. Elara surveyed her crew, bound together by grit and determination. We face this not just for ourselves, but for all the what-could-bes, she rallied, her voice a touchstone of unity amidst uncertainty. Kai focused intensely on the approaching silhouettes, adjusting their trajectory while deciphering whether these presences meant aggression or a mirrored discovery. "They're mimicking our movements," he exclaimed, realizing the potential for confrontation or a communion of intent. Down in engineering, Anna and her team augmented the shields, recalibrating power modules to brace for any escalation. "System steady, Captain," Anna reported, her foresight acting as a bulwark against unknown tests. May, entranced by the data flowing in concert with the cosmic symphony, raised an alert. "Captains, these entities, they resonate with the node's energy. I believe they're a form of sentinels, perhaps designed to ensure only the worthy uphold this exchange." A bold plan formed in Elara's mind. "If their intention mirrors ours, we can synchronize our frequencies. They may respond to a cooperative overture instead of conflict." With fervor and trust, they tuned the Odyssey Ascend to broadcast a beacon of concord, projecting the ancient sound waves refined by May's insight. The ship's external lights bathed in harmonious luminescence, reaching out into the struggles lingering in the vastness. Time stretched as the celestial warden paused, a tableau of light and shadow engaged in a delicate balance. Kaya watched intently, hands ready on the controls. Then slowly, the darkness softened. The entities shimmered, acknowledging the harmony. Beyond guarded reflection sparked connection, a shared ethos that resolved centuries of guarded knowledge into collective stewardship. "They're standing down," Kai confirmed, awe weaving through his relief. A wave of emotion resonated among the crew, thriving on triumph and kinship beyond the stars. They had stood between worlds and emerged as part of an orchestra that played the galactic score. The journey back to known space carried with it the weight of responsibility, but also a newfound understanding of humanity's reach among the storied stars. As the Odyssey Ascend retraced its steps through space, the crew collaborated in awe, imparting what they had learned. The Celestial Nexus, with its limitless possibilities and lessons drawn across eternity, had transformed them all into beacons sharing a saga of shared histories and expansive realities. Elara, at the helm, saw the universe anew, not just a frontier to explore, but a network where life began anew each day through countless connections, igniting the heavens with purpose.